Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I am Donna, and today I am here with Jordan and Madison of Jaye Madison. How are you ladies doing?
Great. We're excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you.
Okay.
So maybe you both want to answer this question, but we'd love to ask the most difficult question first.
Okay.
Who is Jaye Madison?
Well, me and Madison have been singing together since we were little. We've been, musical since we were about 5 years old. We're built-in best friends and co-writers, and we're originally from Southeast Texas, and our sound is just kind of a big pot of gumbo of different things, everything from we've been inspired by classic 80s rock to folk to blues, Janis Joplin. There's so many different sounds and artists that inspire us. But it's just really fun and cool to be in a duo with your twin sister. Not everyone gets to do that, so it's definitely a fun time.
Absolutely. Not all of us have twin sisters, so that's a bonus. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to start with some very simple. Tell me about the 3 EP thing. Now, I love The Mirror, and then the first one's Framework, which has been out since March. Mm-hmm. And then Vision comes out on May 19th. Mm-hmm. So tell me, what was the idea behind doing the 3 EPs? It's really cool, by the way. It is. It's very different and cool. So I'd love to hear.
Thank you. We definitely were excited about the idea. It was kind of a compromise that we made because, us artistic types, we just want to release the whole thing and just let everyone hear it, all 12 songs at the same time. But then, we asked some advice of people in the industry, and they were like, you know what, you should do singles. And we we're like, we don't want to do singles. That's not enough. So we want to do sets of 4, Framework, Vision, and then Breakthrough, because it's just a little bit of content, but it's enough to keep your focus for 4 songs at a time,
Absolutely. And I love Framework. I listened to that, obviously, and I've had the chance to listen to a little bit of Vision early. Sorry, y'all, that if you had, actually, I think this will come out after it's released, but I guess you all should have a chance now to listen to it. If not, go check out the links in the description after the interview, as usual. And but yeah, I mean, amazing. I love your vocals. Just your girls are amazing. I love it.
Thank you so much.
So thank you. Has there been a favorite song? And then you may have different favorite songs, and I know it might let's say off Framework. Did you have a favorite song off that?
I have a soft spot for Shadow Man because it's one of the first ones that we wrote. And so it's just, that's one of my favorites. I keep hearing Shadow Man and Catch 22 are the popular ones off Framework.
Yeah, and it really just depends on the day and what mood I'm into. And whenever it's your songs, sometimes you get sick of hearing it over and over again, and then you kind of have to step away and then come back, or and then other times you just want to listen to it over and over again. So it's kind of a weird dynamic, but the feedback we've been getting is, Catch 22 and Shadow Man seem to be most people's favorites, but we're getting a lot of great feedback on Devil I Know and In the Gray as well. So it really just depends on, your taste and your mood, I guess.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's well said. I think that's true about people release more than a single at any EPs or full albums. That's very true. So, and then off Vision, did you have a favorite coming that, or do you have one can you talk about it yet? I'm not sure. Can you talk about what you're releasing first off of it?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about it. Give you a little sneak peek. Awesome. Gosh, I have a lot of favorites on that one. I mean, I don't like to pick favorites because they're all my babies. but
Yes.
Peace of Mind I really love, because that's one of the ones that, I would had a job at the time where there were pianos around, and I stayed late to write that song, and it just sort of kept flowing out, and so that's one that's like really close to my heart, because it was very personal at the time. I was feeling homesick, it's about my parents, and like keep going after the dream, like, and find that peace of mind even if you don't know what's next. So
yeah. And also on EP2, I mean, my favorite, I think if I had to choose one, would be Ride or Die, because it's the one that we've got the music video coming out with. We recently debuted our live performance of it on Today in Nashville. And it really just encompasses our sisterhood and our friendship as twins. There's a lot of like women empowerment songs out there, and this one's like specifically for, women and their best friends. And it's just really fun. It's kind of like a nod to Thelma and Louise. In the music video, we like steal this guy's car for flirting with, Madison in the video. So it's just really fun. It's like road trip summer vibes. And so that one's my favorite, just because it just captures our friendship and like the love and the sisterhood of it, and that we would just be there for each other and do anything for each other.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the sneak peek. I appreciate it. Well, so tell me, obviously I know a little bit about some of the people that have inspired you, but tell me, who are some of the women that have inspired you?
Well, Janis Joplin comes to mind immediately, because she comes from our part of Texas,
Yeah.
Joan Jett, I've always loved how she just is she has that aggressive side to her, where we can put that a little bit in our music. We have a little bit of a softer sound, but just bring that grit out sometimes, like with Devil I Know.
There's really too many to mention, especially songwriters like Sheryl Crow. Oh my gosh, Tracy Chapman. Also other sister duos, Heart, the Judds. Like, there's just so many amazing women in music that have inspired us, and really just have paved the way for, what we're doing. And, we hope to be that for other little girls like in the future who dream of making this their own career. And that's part of the reason we were excited to talk with you today, because, you're providing a platform, for women in music specifically. And it's just really cool to see those communities kind of, in this world. So thank you for everything that you're doing. It's important.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. But the goal is, like I said, I know that there's such an under amount of women on radio airplay, which that's a given, right? So for me, it was always, I have to seek out women. And that was, it started really in the aughts. And when, let's say Google, okay, so as being someone that was from the prior to Google and internet generation, we always had to wait till it was on the radio, or we had to wait till CMT released it, or MTV in some cases, depending on what we're VH1. And it's so cool that, like, with the internet today and the technology, we can come and find these women now, like you girls and everyone else. But back in the day, it was so hard. I mean, if you weren't on radio, no one knew who you were. And I'm glad that's changing the mentality, but it's still, the goal is to help women, because, they've always been underrepresented, I feel, in every area, even especially music, so just try to do what I can.
We've always been here, and we're still here, and we're just gonna keep making music and doing our thing.
Absolutely, we're not going away. That's how it is.
Honestly, like a lot of the stuff that we've accomplished, like working with Michael Blue and Dean Denning and all of that on the record, it's just because we had the bravery to ask, to just be like, we have these songs, hope you like them. And we met them, or we met Michael in a workshop, and we were like, hey, I know you dropped your email in this workshop, let's send you some songs. You may or may not want to work with us. And he decided he wanted to work with us. So it was just like, that's what we want to teach women everywhere too. Like, don't be afraid to like know your value and know what you've been able to create and what you bring to the world. So,
and don't wait for someone else to advocate for you. Advocate for yourself.
Yes, always.
Absolutely. And no is not a final. It means next opportunity.
Right.
True.
Absolutely. So would you girls like to do the 13 crazy questions?
Oh gosh. Damn. I guess so. Are there
fun.
any right or wrong answers to this? Because now I'm nervous.
There are no right or wrong answers. This is all about fun. However,
Okay,
I
good.
promise we won't get arrested yet.
Okay, good.
Okay. Maybe in the future, but not now. Oh, so do you have any guilty pleasure music on your playlist that no one knows you have? You know, maybe a little like Hanson.
I
Little
wouldn't even
Mbop,
call it guilty pleasure because I don't even feel guilty about liking like 90s classics, like, and also early 2000s. Like I grew up with like Hilary Duff. That's like if I'm ever having a horrible day, I'm like, I need to go back to when I was a kid and listen to like Let the Rain Fall Down and Wake My Dream. I mean, come on, like Hilary Duff, Jesse McCartney. Those were like the soundtrack of like my childhood when I was like in third grade and I was dreaming about being on stage like Hilary Duff. So I still listen to those songs to this day, like if I'm having a bad day, and I don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah, and I guess the one that came to mind for me was Let's Hear It for the Boy because it's so cheesy and I love it so much. Like
We like
I just
cheesy
blast it
music.
in my car, you know, and just be like, "Let's hear for the boy." Yeah, it's a bop. It's a bop when you're in a good so
Oh, that's great. I love it. So finish this line. Today, my favorite song is.
oh my gosh. That's so hard.
And obviously
I'm
tomorrow
like
can be
literally
different.
blanking on every song I've ever heard in my life right now.
Right.
Oh, I will say 100 Years by Five for Fighting because our parents just saw him in person at a concert in Houston, and he made like a little video to say hi to us because he like met them there. We actually ended up meeting him in studio while we were recording, and he like gave us feedback on our songs and stuff. So that song has always been really special for us, but then just to like have that full circle moment of meeting him and then like our parents meeting him at a show and then him recording like a hello, like he's just a great guy and he makes amazing music. So for me, yeah, 100 Years by Five for Fighting.
He's an artist at heart too, you can tell. But I don't know how I'm gonna beat that, but
I
like
mean, you could say same because you're my twin, so it counts.
sure, same. But also Bad Reputation by Joan Jett. That was one of my top 5 on my Spotify list last year because I always just blast it like when I'm driving, like
It's a good one.
I love that. That's how you pick your favorite song of the day by your top 5. Spotify. Nice.
Or We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. That's a classic.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with Billy.
Never. I mean, the legend you can't, you know, for Springsteen.
No.
None of them. There's so much good music out there. You know what scares me? Just off topic here. Anyone that says they don't like music, I'm like, are you sure you're not like an alien from outer space? Because I think you might
They
be.
probably are.
I
I've
mean,
never heard anyone say that.
Well, I've
like
heard
people that say they don't like animals. It's like, what? Sorry, go.
Yeah.
I've heard people say like they're not that into music or whatever, but I'm like, how are you not into music? Like it just helps me throughout my entire life. Just like whatever my mood is, I'm just like, oh, song, you know.
So if you could have a song play every time you enter the room, what song would you want played?
Oh man.
I'm thinking.
Short Skirt, Long Jacket by Cake.
Oh, I love that. That's so you. Oh my gosh, yes.
My energy, you know, and I'd love to dance to that one. So
I think mine would be Walking on Sunshine.
that's so you too.
Because a lot of people tell me that I have very like sunshine energy and like yellow aura energy, whatever that means. And I do like to be like a little ray of sunshine wherever I go. So that's mine.
Oh, okay. So would you ladies karaoke with me?
Yes.
Sure. I'm down.
Okay. Just warning, I'm not a very good singer. I'm more on the tone deaf side. So just FYI, I'll just have a drink and blame it on the alcohol. It's all good. If you ever wrote a book, what genre would it be?
Hmm.
Did you say if you ever heard of what?
If you
wrote a
ever,
book.
yeah,
Oh, book.
Yep.
I would probably do something along the lines of like self-improvement or like self-growth or something like that. Like just sharing, like not necessarily telling people like, oh, you need to do this to feel good. I would just be like, here's my experience with growing into like a more authentic self and like things that help me on my journey. Maybe even make it geared toward, creatives specifically, to kind of help them along their journey of like, if they have writer's block or, just off the top of my head, I feel like that's something I could probably write about for a while. I think I need to like get a few more years under my belt of living before I do that, but
Yeah.
that's my answer.
Oh, you have life figured out right now.
Oh yeah, right now I totally know everything. Hire me as your life coach.
And the shift gears, like she's my sunshine too, so like to shift gears, if I wrote a book, I would go dark with it. Like I would go like a book like 1984. I don't know what genre that is, but just like very
so like
history,
like dystopian society.
society. I think that would be fun to write, and yeah, action packed, all the
Well,
things.
just look around. I mean, look around reality right now and just write about that.
Yeah. Reality is a bit crazy right now.
A little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. And I say that, and there's so many different things in that facet, what you're saying. And even, like school shootings, like my generation was the first to encompass that. And I'm sure you guys had drills. We didn't have drills because it was too new, but I know all the future generations
We might
have
have
had
been
drills.
like the last few that like didn't have drills. I don't remember. Did we have drills, Madison? Like,
No,
we
didn't.
We graduated high school in 2014.
Yep.
Forgot what year it is. But yeah, that's I mean, that's crazy how much times have changed.
Yeah, and with the recent, shooting in Nashville, it's definitely on our hearts. Like we definitely feel like I mean, it was actually inspiring to see so many people show up and talk about, what's going on in Nashville and advocate for change. I think that's really cool to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hopefully keep pushing, keep voting, and voting to the best of your conscience and the future generation consciences, and that's all we can do, right? Or run for those elected positions, which I don't think that would be a good idea for some of us. I'd be one of those politicians who'd be cussing. I'd be like, no, screw you.
I would rather do like the lobbyist stuff, it's like, show up, say my piece, and then I'm out, I don't want to like be in it all the time. So
absolutely. So tell me something on your bucket list.
Bucket list is to do like a trip to Europe for me. I would love to go to Europe. Like just go to all
I was about to say I want to go see Ireland really bad.
There you go. Yeah.
Also, I want to see Italy. There's a lot of places I want to see. So travel the world. That's a big one. Not skydiving. I will never skydive. No.
You've gone indoor skydiving. That still counts.
That's different. Because that like pushes you up. Actual skydiving, you have to like jump.
It feels like falling because it is.
I hate it. No. Never.
So you don't want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. I can relate.
I don't. I don't.
It's like an unnecessary risk. It's like, no, is it worth the thrill? I'm good, Life's
Didn't you say that you would do it one day, Madison?
I did, but after a few more years of experience, of thrilling experiences, I can say I don't need the shock to my system. I'm just gonna be like,
you just want to chill. You just want to like lay on a rock in the sun somewhere.
That's the vibe, honestly. Yeah. I'm working hard in my 20s. I want to just chill out.
Well, totally understandable. Maybe some zip lining in the future. That's safe. You're harnessed in. It's all safe. So that's cool. That's fun.
Not even that for me. I'm scared of heights.
That is fun though. Let me tell you. I don't care how scared of heights. It's fun. Once you get past that, you can
I don't know.
like
maybe I'd be more willing to do that than skydive. So we'll see.
I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling. But if ziplining doesn't make me feel like I'm gonna fall, so I would do that for sure.
Okay, so I'll let you know if I'm going ziplining anytime soon in Nashville area or outside Nashville. Probably over near Gatlinburg. I think they had one over near there. I feel like they did. I feel like I went on one somewhere in that area. But anyway, I'll digress. Tell me the last thing you read.
Oh Lord.
Facebook.
Facebook. That's truth. Full
TikTok.
truth in this interview.
No. I'm trying to think.
Oh Lord.
Wait, do they have any words in TikTok anymore? Do they still have those like?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm like looking at my bookshelf over here. Oh, that was a good one. It was like The Subtle Art. I don't know if I can cuss on here. But The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's a good book. Like I said, I'm like kind of geared more towards like self-help and like life advice type stuff. Because Lord knows I could use all the help I can get. But
we all can.
You're doing pretty good.
But I mean, I don't even think I finished that book. I just kind of started it and then was like, okay, I think I've gathered the gist of it. Maybe I'll go and I'm really bad about finishing books. Like I'll start books and then not finish them.
More of an audio book.
Maybe that'll be a character arc for me this year is I'll finish books. That's that's the goal.
Yeah, the audiobook for The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is really good too.
Oh, good. That's an idea. I could listen to it while I'm on my walks.
Yeah, I have a hard time focusing if I try to read something for an extended amount of time. I'm like, oh, I gotta be doing something else. But hopefully I get there.
Well, so do you have a game plan for zombie apocalypse?
Madison does.
Oh, a game plan.
She's always talking about this.
Yes, because I'm into dystopian ideas, but I have a book on everything. Okay.
So that's the last book you read.
I haven't read them, but I have them in my possession. So it counts. But I have a book on how to build a solar panel, how to like find herbs that are edible, how to like garden and stuff. I have all of that because I'm like, well, if the internet goes down, then I want the information. So that's all I've done so far. But
listen, and you bought like, don't we have like 70 days worth of like food and
oh yeah, I did that too.
just in case like something it's smart. I need to be more like that and like plan ahead, not like in a crazy like hoarding type of way, but just in a things are crazy right now. You never know.
It's true.
Yeah, you're true. After COVID, I guess anything's right.
True.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe I was like all the toilet paper things. I was like, does everyone have GI issues? Like that's it. You all need to start going to the GI doctor when this whole thing's over, I guess. I mean, I was
yeah.
No.
No. Tell me, if I called you up and said, hey Jordan, hey Madison, I have a dead body. Can you help me hide it? Do you know a good hiding place?
For legal reasons, no.
Right.
I gotcha.
This is really like reminding me of Ride or Die right now.
I know, like this is kind of the concept of Ride or Die, where it's like you just call me up in the middle of the night if you need me. Oh, because there's a line in there that says, if you need an alibi, I'll say what I gotta say. I'd rather live a lie than live without you one damn day. And that just pretty much sums up the song. It sums up me and Madison, because I know if something that crazy ever happened, it would be for a good reason, kind of like in Thelma and Louise, although their story kind of got a little convoluted. But at the beginning, it was for a good reason. It was self-defense. And I'd be like, all right, we're running to Mexico, okay? Like, we're in this together.
So if we made a movie about your life, who would you want to play you?
Well, what is her name? I cannot think. Oh, Jenna. I've been told that I look a lot like the actress Jenna Boyd. She played in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and in the series Atypical. We kind of have like similar hair and face and like energy. And yeah, I think that she could definitely play me because like we're close to the same age.
Yeah.
We look a lot alike.
I agree. I think you
Yeah.
should. I can't think of like a celebrity that has like the exact same vibe as me. I'm trying to think.
I can think of like her face, but I can't think of her name.
The only
For
like
you.
close one, I guess, like can think of is Selena Gomez. You know, I've gotten compared to her
Yeah.
before, energy wise.
Oh, what's her name? I cannot believe I'm blanking on her name. Emma, the girl from Harry Potter.
Oh, Emma Watson.
Yes, Emma Watson.
Oh yeah, she's kind of has that
I almost said
pushable-
Emma Roberts, but I knew that was wrong.
Yeah, there's a lot of Emmas, but yeah, Emma Watson, that would be cool.
I could see that. Yeah.
Mhm.
I would get compared to like Brooke Shields, but I feel like,
Mhm.
yeah.
See that too.
Oh, tell me, what's the worst pizza topping?
Anchovy.
Mm,
Don't say pineapple.
I wasn't going to because I was like,
Pineapple-
We're gonna have a pineapple
iconic.
debate. Yeah, we're gonna have a pineapple debate.
I know it might be against everything that people believe, but pepperoni I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah. I like
Since
sausage,
when?
ham, and that kind of thing. I mean, I don't dislike pepperoni, but
You prefer ham?
if I had to take something off of a pizza, probably would be the pepperoni. Yeah.
Who are you? I don't even know you.
I just started a feud.
Sorry.
You have never told me that, and I've never seen you take pepperoni off your pizza.
Because I don't feel the need. But if it came down to it, and like,
I don't know what's going on. I hate it.
I'm sorry. I'm making you question your reality. So
I just can't believe you would pick ham over pepperoni.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know.
We can't do this anymore, Madison. We're breaking up,
Yeah,
breaking the band up.
it's a deal breaker. So
Oh, pepperoni, all over pepperoni, I'm telling you.
Salad.
So, other than the pepperoni, tell me something you would never do besides jump out of a perfectly good airplane, Jordan.
Just something in general that I never do.
Yeah.
That's like a really broad thing. I would never betray someone's trust.
you did not just say what I was about to freaking say. I was gonna say I would never betray a friend. I would never.
No, like that's very, very big to both of us is
Mhm.
integrity and loyalty. And we've been burned many a time.
Mhm.
So we just refuse to be like that. And yeah, that's not our thing.
Right.
Absolutely. I love that. Yes. I'm a person of integrity through and through. And, people that aren't accountable drive me crazy. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Just,
Yep.
you're doing you. It's fine. That's, I have to live with
Yep.
how you live. And I'm not
Exactly.
judging you, but you drive me crazy and that's it.
And it's like, I guess it's like worse when you see what's going on and then they just are like, no, that's not what's happening. And you're just like, but it is though. So
Yeah, it is. It is. I hate to burst your bubble of reality, but yes.
yes.
So, do you have any words of wisdom you live by? And if so, what are they?
Hmm. I'm gonna let Madison answer this first, unless she's blanking.
I'm blanking.
You keep making me answer first.
You always you usually it's usually the other way around. So
I know. I'm trying to think. These are hard questions.
I know.
Well, I'll start with don't eat yellow snow. I mean, no.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Bad words of wisdom, I know.
Words of wisdom to live by. I mean, we've gotten so many words of wisdom from like our parents and our grandparents, and it's like, where do I even? So, well, that's not really a.
Well, okay, I put it kind of in a lyric of peace of mind, but like nothing matters more than your heart. So
I was gonna go that direction too, Madison. This is
sorry.
weird.
Well, it's almost like
a thing.
It is.
But yeah, I would say like that's something our parents taught us. Like as long as you have heart for stuff, as long as you have passion and integrity, you'll get where you need to go. You know, you might have roadblocks along the way with people who don't want to meet you there and you know, think that they can take advantage of you because you have a good heart. But at the end of the day, you win because you're able to sleep at night and know that you're a good person and you make genuine friends that way, genuine friendships that you can depend on throughout your life. So
yeah, and kind of bouncing off of that, like just say what you mean and mean what you say. The idea that like how you do the little things is how you do the big things, I would say is generally true. Maybe not for like everything. Like obviously you're not going to have as much passion for like doing the dishes as you are for like doing a show, but at the end of the day, like you still do what needs to be done and you show up when you say you'll show up and you just are there like when you say you'll be there. And I think those things matter. Yeah.
Absolutely. Just had a good friend about the heart and following off that. She had said, I said, do you have any words of wisdom? And I was being kind of smart when I had said that originally. And she said, be kind, but not vulnerable in the sense that someone walks all over you. I'm like, I love that.
And also, some good advice I've heard too is like if you just knew one more fact about a person or a situation, your perspective of that would change. So like to try not to be as judgmental as you might be initially, because if you like knew what they were going through or you knew the whole story, you would understand better. So I guess just like having grace in that way for other people and situations that you find yourself in.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Not judging is one of the best things that you can do in life, I think.
It's a lot of
we judge ourselves, but yeah.
To judge. Yes. Oh yeah, I'm my harshest critic, but anyone else, I'm like, you get a free pass.
Oh, so what is happening for the rest of 2023? Concerts, more writing, obviously more the next EP when's I don't even know when Breakthrough is coming out.
We don't either, but it's coming out this year. It'll come out probably 6 to 8 weeks after Vision. So that will be after we release EP3, our entire album will be out, which is crazy because we've been working on it for so long. And right now, like we're really just focusing on writing. We really, really are just kind of needing to go inward and create again because like we're back to that cycle or back to that part of the cycle of the creative process. We've gone through a lot the past 2 years from the point of writing and recording and just living like we recently lost our grandmother in December and we've gone through a lot of life changes. Like I recently got married and we've gone through betrayals and job changes and like just so much stuff that we haven't processed through writing yet. And it's like kind of been simmering under the surface. And it's like, okay, it's time to like put pen to paper and get it out.
Well, and now that we're starting to release stuff, it's almost like when you release your first like baby out into the world, you can like finally start writing more again. Like it's just like now that has a plan and now I can let my other ideas come to fruition. I'll probably write like maybe 10 songs in a week or something. It'll be something crazy like that, but
it'll be nuts. You have to, at least in my experience, you have to live life in order to write good songs because that's the only way for it to come from an authentic place. We really don't write about other people's stories. Maybe we will one day, I don't know, but right now it's kind of like what we have experienced and what we have gone through is what we're writing about.
And yeah, whenever you experience change, good or bad, like when I do that, I try to say to myself, oh, well, I just got a song, out of that, even though it makes me feel very afraid. I feel a lot of fear and I just sort of have to push through a lot of those experiences. But I get a song out of it.
We don't know what we're gonna say quite yet, but we're gonna say it.
Yeah. We also have a show tomorrow. In Nashville at the 5 spot. It'll be at 9 p.m. when we go on stage. So check it out. Anyone
our
that's
5 spot debut. I don't think this will be aired probably by the time.
Will be out. But what I'll do is I'll share it on the socials tomorrow. And
good.
Tonight.
Yeah, it's our 5 spot debut, and then we've got a few more shows lined up after that. All of that's on like our shows on our website. We're trying to get some more, but I think we're just both kind of really feeling the need to like get introspective and just write, to have more to say, because obviously all of this stems from the songs. So if we don't have, songs to put out there, it's, we don't have a job. So that's something we're really focusing on. But obviously, like playing around Nashville, you can find all of our shows on our website, on our socials. And yeah, we have more music coming.
Wonderful. And we'll make sure we have all your links in the description so that way everyone can find you and follow you. I like to joke that they should stalk you, but not in a bad way, in a nice way.
Yeah. Healthy stalking.
So healthy stalking. Yes. Follow all the socials, like all the pictures, and that's it, and listen to all the music on repeat.
Yes.
Even if you're not listening, keep repeating it because it helps.
Right.
Every stream helps.
Help.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on today, Madison. Jordan, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Donna, for your time. This was awesome. And again, thank you for everything you're doing for women in country music and music in general. Like, you're creating a really cool platform for all of us. So thank you.
My pleasure. And thank you, friends, for joining us for another episode. Again, check out all the links in the description, and we'll see you next time here at Crazy Women Country. Bye, everyone. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.